Hey there, I want to say happy Monday afternoon to you. Already afternoon. I was hoping to say good Monday morning to you earlier today, but it's already Monday afternoon, at least on the East. I want to jump on and talk to you for just a quick moment about procrastination. I had a fantastic conversation this morning with a prospective client who is all the things. She's all the things that I'm sure if you're watching this and if you have followed me for any period of time are as well. She's high achieving, she's multiple degreed, she's got lots of big ideas around businesses that she wants to create, impact that she wants to make, and she can do it. She's already, taking strides to really live her dreams, but she feels stuck, and hence why she reached out to me. And this is where I see a lot of people come into my fold, is that they feel stuck as they are really looking to advance their careers or build their dream businesses. And this was what we centered our conversation today around, how can I help her get past where she is? And this is what I want to share with you in terms of the takeaway. So we talked about not only with distraction, the sense that there are so many things that you may be interested in doing with your life. You might be interested in advancing your career and or maybe building a business. You could be wondering how to have greater time management. How do you actually get things done? How do you move from a to-do list to actually doing the list, right? That's the question, particularly at the beginning of the year, is you've got all these hopes, all these dreams that you want to create. How do you actually do them? How do you actually take action on the things that you want to create in your life, in your career? And that can be difficult. And you can look at yourself in the mirror and you can say, why am I not doing this? Why consistently, I know I want a XYZ result, and yet I won't do it. I don't do it. I won't do it. I don't seem to, be able to make myself do it. I know at least how to take a couple next steps, but I just won't make it happen. I keep, here's the word, procrastinating. I keep avoiding. I keep putting it off. Why do I keep doing that? And more importantly, how do I stop doing this? And here is where a coach can really come in to help you alter, shift, reprogram your behavior. And here's what I shared with her. Procrastination is really about a mindset. What we often do is we look at the behavior versus the mindset. We look at the behavior. And we look at ourselves and we say, I'm procrastinating, I'm a procrastinator. I must not either want what I have, or maybe I don't want my dreams, or maybe I can't really have them. Maybe I'm not enough, whatever it is. But there's this idea of what's wrong with me? Why can't I put one foot in front of the other and get this stuff done? Why am I constantly procrastinating? And so to shift our behavior, what we often do, same thing with weight loss, is we're okay, today is going to be the day. I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to lay it all out on the table. Same thing with weight loss. I'm going to clean the refrigerator. I'm going to take all the bad stuff out, and I'm going to basically reset, and I'm going to restart my emphasis or focus on this particular outcome. And in this story, it's about procrastination. So that's what we do. We focus on the behavior. And then for a couple of days, we continue to focus on the behavior, and we try to do all the things that, we wake up early, we might hydrate better, we might eat better, we might, start doing the things on our to-do list. But that fizzles out because there's only a certain amount of willpower that a person has when they are resisting against something, right? Eventually, they lose focus, or they lose energy, or habits start to take effect. And so there they are again. They fell off the bandwagon, and now they've got to start all over again. And this is difficult because what that does is it erodes at your self-confidence. It erodes at your self-perception. What can you actually do? It really chips away at your personal integrity, which means that you are out of alignment with who and what you know and see yourself to be, and who you say you are internally. And this can lead to, over a couple of cycles of lifetime, right? So you look, I'm 41, so this is ingrained behavior in somebody at my age. And it can be very frustrating, and it can lead to sadness. It can lead to self-doubt. It can lead to greater sense of imposter syndrome, and can really chip away at a person's self-confidence. So what to do, right? Looking at the behavior is not where to start. You cannot go from saying, I'm gonna be, stuck in procrastination to I'm gonna suddenly put myself in flow. It doesn't happen that way. What you've gotta do, and this is where the work of a person such as myself, a coach, a trained coach, not just a person who decided one day I'm gonna add this to my title, but a person who actually has been trained to help you do this. This is what we do. We will help you, I will help you, to begin to identify not the behavior, because see, what behavior is behavior is an outcome. Behavior is an outcome. It's an outcome. The behavior is an outcome of the way that you think and the way that you feel about yourself and about whatever it is that you are avoiding. So let's put this in context. Let's say you get a project assigned to you at work. And the first thing that you think is like, quite frankly, it might be some explicitives like, oh no, why am I getting this? I can't do this. I don't have the time. I don't have the bandwidth. This is out of my scope. I'm already doing too much. I don't want to public speak. That makes me nervous. This is going to require me to get out of my comfort zone. This is something that feels uncomfortable to me. That's all happening internally. And what happens? We avoid. We wait. We procrastinate. We hold on to the project until it's the very last minute. And then up until that time, we have massive amounts of anxiety to the lead up to doing it. And then in doing it, we've boxed ourselves into a corner where you're stuck for the next 48 hours only able to focus on this. And then what happens? Your computer dies, your kid gets sick, you pick a fight with your significant other, you get sick yourself, right? Things start to fall apart. And then you push and you push and you push and you get to the finish line and it's a good project. You still know it wasn't as good as it could have been, but it's decent enough to at least, get you over the hump. And then here you are over and over and over again. The cycle of procrastination continues to continue. Good to see you, Bonnie McDaniel. Thank you. I'm glad that you love it, because sometimes when you're in these, you're just trying to, connect with yourself and with others. So I'm glad that this is making sense and that it's hitting home. Thank you. It's good to see you. So this is what happens. We get stuck in these cycles of procrastination. So here's the thing, and here's the thing that I can help you with, and here's the thing that a trained professional coach, again, not someone who just decided one day that they're going to add this to their LinkedIn bio, but somebody who has trained to do this. What we're going to help you do, what I'm going to help you do, is I'm going to help you, again, not look at the behavior, but I'm going to help you really look at what is your mindset. What are the thoughts that you think when you are assigned the task? What happens? What are those thoughts, right? I just listed some of them, and yet that's typically not the focus when someone is looking to make a behavior shift. What they're tending to look at is the outcome, which is the procrastination. But that's not where it started, was the procrastination. Where it started was the thought process. What were you thinking when you were assigned that task? Were you thinking, I can't do this? This is too much. This is too scary. This is outside of my comfort zone. This is stretching me too far. I don't have the bandwidth. How am I going to handle it all? I don't love to public speak. I don't have all the tools. I'm under-resourced as it is. That's where we've got to really hone in on your thinking. It could also be, I'm not enough to do this. I'm not perfect enough to make this be something that I want to share with other people. I don't have what it takes. Now, all of that is happening under the surface. Generally, we don't hear ourselves actually say those kinds of stories to ourselves. But what we do feel and what we do experience is the anxiety. We feel the feelings, we feel the emotions of those thoughts. We feel the worry, we feel the doubt, we feel the uncertainty, we feel the sense of distraction, we feel the sense of being lost, we feel the sense that something's missing, we feel the sense that we're not supported. We feel those things. And they feel very real, and they feel very scary, and they feel like we are alone and like we don't have anywhere to go. The feeling is real. And we are people who respond to our feelings. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling anxiety because of the thoughts that you've had, guess what your behavior is going to be? It's going to be aligned with your thoughts and with your feelings, which the outcome is going to be, you guessed it, procrastination. So it's not that you're broken. It's not that you even necessarily have bad habits. It's not that perhaps you need a whole new time management scheme, although you may need to amp up those areas. What it really is about is it's about your mindset, because our behaviors are not in isolation. Our behaviors are predicated. Our behaviors are actually indicative of how we think and how we feel. They are the outcomes. They're the production of how we think and feel about ourselves, how we think and feel about our world, how we think and feel about how we fit into our world or don't, right? So if you find that you are procrastinating, if you find that there's a consistent sense that you're just waiting to the very last minute, don't look at the behavior. The behavior is secondary. What you really need to hone in on is, what are you thinking about yourself? What are you thinking about your position? What are you thinking about that task? What are you thinking about your ability to produce that outcome? Because whether you think you can or think you can't, as Henry Ford told us, it's true, right? It is true for you, whether you think you can or think you can't. Now, what's so unfortunate about that, particularly for high achievers, is whether you think you can or think you can't is actually not very much in alignment with the fact that you really can do it, right? If you aligned your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings with your desired outcome, nothing can stop you. And I'm sure that you can look at your past and you can pick out a dozen, if not more, areas in your life where you were focused, you were certain. You know, you were like, I'm gonna go get that thing and it's gonna be mine, and it may be challenging, but I'm going for gold. And most likely you hit the mark in some aspect, right? So nothing's wrong with you. You're not broken. You don't need to start all over. But what you do need to do if you are looking to stop procrastinating is you really need to look at what are the thoughts that then produce feelings about yourself and about your task. It could be even that you are misaligned with the career that you're in, right? So you get a task from your boss and you're like, I hate being here. I don't even like you, boss, right? And so your thoughts and your feelings are going to be misaligned with taking action on the project. It makes sense, right? So it makes sense that you would procrastinate. But what doesn't make sense is to shame, blame, guilt yourself for procrastinating. The procrastination is an outcome that is totally aligned with your thoughts that you hate your job. That's the problem, right? And actually not even a problem, that's the solution. You hate your job. Great, you're halfway there. Find a new job. Find a new career. Hire a coach. I can help you to really decide and envision what is it that you want to create and how can you from here forward, be aligned with that thing. So all of this to say around procrastination is it's not really about procrastination. That's an outcome. And if you spend a lot of time looking at the outcome, that's all you're going to get, is you're going to get more outcome. Because what is at the core, what's at the nucleus of that problem is your thoughts and beliefs. And oftentimes they're the thoughts and beliefs and feelings about ourselves, that we are not enough, or that we're imposters in our roles and our titles, or that we're just too distracted to actually get things done. Those are mindsets. Those are mindsets, right? You feel me? Those are mindsets. Like that's a way of thinking. That's a habitual way of thinking about yourself. That can change. If you change your mindset, you will change your feelings and you will change your outcome. There's no other, that's scientific. That is just what it is. If I took out my thoughts and my feelings out of this vessel, and if I input new thoughts and feelings into this same exact vessel, I would be a very different person, right? Our thoughts and our feelings are the essence of who we are. The essence of who we are. They are the drivers of our actions. The actions don't start who we are. They are a reflection. They are an outcome of who we are. So if you find yourself stuck in procrastination, feeling stuck, I am here to help you, okay? I'm here to help you really assess what is your current thought process that is jamming you up, what are the feelings that are associated with those thoughts, and how to reprogram them. That's the most exciting and empowering part, is that you are not stuck. You are elastic. You are expandable. That's one of the beautiful things about being a human being, is that where you are today is not permanent. Where you are today really only is a mirror of where you've been. They are past decisions that you've made, is what you're experiencing right now. And if you look around your life and you do an assessment and you decide you don't like it, right? You don't like it, that doesn't mean that you are stuck with that. It means that what you are seeing and what you're experiencing, you are now deciding is out of alignment with who you actually are, and that your past decisions, were misaligned. Okay, all right. So if from here forward you took different steps that were in greater alignment with who you actually are, guess where you'll be in a certain period of time? You'll be someplace else. So you are not stuck. You have agency over yourself. You have agency over your life, over your career. And by beginning to really tap into your mindset, how you're thinking, how you're feeling, what are you believing about yourself, that's where the magic happens. That's where your mojo comes back. That's the essence of who you are. And it can be scary. Listen, I'm not saying that this work is easy. It can be scary. However, right, anything worth having is worth working for. And you can do it. And enlist someone like me. Enlist a coach. I am here to help you. I'm here to support you. And there's tons of well-trained coaches in the universe to help you overcome where you are. Because I promise you, you're not broken. Okay? I know that it can feel really sad. I know that it can feel very scary to feel perhaps what you're feeling. I really do get it. I do. My heart breaks. That's why I built a business around helping people to not feel what you may be feeling right now. Okay? So I get it. I really do. I'm with you. I'm holding your hand. I see you. I really do. I really see you. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to stay where you are. Okay, you don't have to hate your life. You don't have to hate your job. And I'm not saying, that everyone out there who's listening to this is at the extreme level of hating their job or hating their life or hating their business. Some of you are, and I hold this space for you and I honor that. And I tell you that it's okay, right? That you can take a deep breath and you can learn to reprogram the way that you think and feel, and you can feel differently. I'm also here to say that if you even kind of feel stuck, right? Like that there's more that you want to give the world. There's more that you want to share and more impact that you want to make, but you don't know how. Hire a coach, invest in yourself, invest in a person who can bring that out of you, whose job, whose profession, whose career, whose training literally is to support you create yourself anew. You can do it. So peace and blessings to you, love and light to you. I really hope that this message around procrastination has landed with you, that it makes, sense in terms of intellectually makes sense. I also really hope that it speaks to your heart, that you feel a certain way, as I'm talking, and that you feel like it resonates with you, because that's the point of this, right? The point is not to have an intellectual conversation or to be smart. The point is for you to make a change in your life. The point is for you to be able to really tap into and assess what your thoughts and feelings are, your beliefs are about yourself. And if they're less than empowering, for you to do the inner work, the guided inner work, for you to reprogram your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, so that you can have a different outcome. Procrastination does not have to be part of your everyday agenda, right? You can let that go. Okay, so that's it for now. Love and light to you. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.